In 2024, Radio Silence made a fun vampire flick with Abigail. Then in that same year, Robert Eggers made my favorite film that year with Nosferatu. And in 2025, Ryan Coogler makes his vampire movie. These vampire movies, keep them coming, baby. Hey movie buffs, I'm Jack Benner and welcome to my review of Sinners. Sinners is a new supernatural horror film written and directed by Ryan Coogler starring Michael B. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan, as well as a supporting cast of Haley Steinfeld, Miles Caton, Jack O'Connell, Delroy Lindo. What a great cast we have here. Set in 1932, Sinners follows twin brothers Smoke and Stack, both played by Michael B. Jordan, who return to their hometown to start a juke joint, but things go haywire when a supernatural threat confronts them. Before I get to my review, any new viewers coming across my channel for the first time, welcome to my channel. I am Jack Benner. I do movie reviews on here, both old and new. So if you're in the right place for either movie reviews or top 5 lists, you're definitely in the right place. So you like movie content, like what you see so far, definitely considering that like and subscribe button for more exciting movie content down the road. Ever since 2013, when he first made a name for himself as a filmmaker, it's been quite astonishing to see the level of talent Ryan Coogler has as a director with his variety. In 2013, he made his directorial debut, an indie film with Fruitvale Station. And that movie was a tragic and devastating true story movie with an incredible breakthrough performance from Michael B. Jordan. And he was coming off a year after Chronicle, which he was great in. And that movie was a whole nother level of his acting talent. And that movie just left me angry and devastated that I just can't see myself watching that film more than once. But I still think it's a great movie nonetheless and one of my top 15 favorite films of 2013. Then in 2015, Ryan Coogler goes above and beyond when he made Creed. This movie showed and surpassed expectations that he was the perfect director to breathe new life into the Rocky franchise and made the best Rocky film since the first film. Ryan Coogler directed this movie phenomenally from the continuation, emotion. It was powerful and engaging, bringing Stallone back as Rocky and where he is in this film, and introducing Adonis' story and making him interesting. The boxing scenes were incredible and some of the best directed I've seen in a long time, especially that long take boxing scene was jaw-dropping, and it also has career best performances from both Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone. The latter, by the way, should have freaking won Best Supporting Actor in 2016. That was his Oscar. A fantastic film and my third favorite film of 2015. And in 2018, Ryan Coogler directed an MCU movie, Black Panther. This is one of my favorite MCU solo films before Infinity War. I love the world building of Wakanda. The effects were mostly great, minus the last act of the film with some wonky CGI. The action was exciting and has a stellar cast ensemble. Ever since his passing in 2020, I miss Chadwick Boseman. He was such a tremendous actor and did an incredible job of playing T'Challa. I miss him so much. Michael B. Jordan was fantastic as Eric Killmonger, one of the best MCU villains who was so complex and interesting. It's both of my top 10 favorite MCU films and one of my top 10 favorite films of 2018. And in 2022, we got a sequel with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. This was a good MCU sequel that I thought was almost great. As for improvements over the first film, I thought the effects looked better in Wakanda Forever than the first film, and two stronger performances, Letitia Wright giving her best performance as Shuri so far in the MCU, and Angela Bassett stealing the show in the supporting cast, especially the monologue scene she has, one of the best acted scenes in the MCU, if not the best acted. The action was well done, Namor was a good villain, even though I prefer Killmonger as a villain. And I thought this movie did the best it could, paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman, and I thought it was powerful. However, where this movie falters, I felt like this movie could have been more story and character focused. If it had just omitted the scenes of the FBI agent and that other lady played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus that just felt like MCU setup filler, cut those scenes and keep it more focused on story and characters, I'd say it would have been like my top 10 or 15 favorite MCU movies, or as great as the first film. But as it is, a good sequel nonetheless. And in 2025, Ryan Coogler returns with a new vampire movie. And what I found fascinating about Sinners, this was Ryan Coogler's first original film. This is not a true story, not an MCU movie, not a Rocky movie. So I was really excited to see what he could do with a horror movie and an original film at the same time. And just when I heard Ryan Coogler was doing a vampire movie, I just thought, let him cook. Collaborating again with Michael B. Jordan, awesome. The trailers were great. I loved the tone they were going for. A mix of gangster, western, and horror. All of that making one of my most anticipated horror films of the year. And the early rave reviews at almost 100% on Rotten Tomatoes skyrocketed my excitement even more. I saw Sinners on Saturday, pumped to see it. Was it as awesome as I was expecting, or was it overhyped? Here's my answer. It did live up to the hype. This movie is awesome. Sinners is the best film I have seen in 2025 so far. Just an awesome and unique vampire movie from Ryan Coogler. First on my pros, Ryan Coogler continues to be a powerhouse director. On a technical standpoint, this movie looks phenomenal. From the production and costume design to apprehend the setting of 1930s Mississippi is all immaculate. It's filled with so much detail and immerses you within the tone and setting excellently. And the cinematography in this movie looks glorious, both with the IMAX format and widescreen used to make such an incredible movie to see on the biggest screen, which definitely do that. And the cinematography used, like the orange indoor lighting of the club, also in scenes whenever it takes place at nighttime or dawn, are just beautiful to admire. And this is the same cinematographer who did Wakanda Forever. I don't remember her name, I'll put it right here, but kudos to her for making such a beautifully shot movie. And this movie felt like a brilliant amalgamation of a gangster film, a western, a vampire horror movie, and all these genres have a great balance and flowing within each other. And it's a strong, consistent balance that makes it unique, where it doesn't feel overstuffed and knows how to give this movie identity of what it wants to be. And for his first horror movie, Coogler knocked it out of the park. When shit hits the fan in the club and as vampires start to attack, this movie gets insane. It has an excellent use of build-up and tension, and just when it becomes a survive-the-night horror movie, it is exhilarating. And the action in the third act with the vampires is awesome and worth the price of admission. It's just brutal, gnarly, gory, and gripping. And for those that love that long take boxing scene in Creed like I did, wait until you see Sinners, because there is a scene of Sammy, the cousin of the twins, and he is singing a song at the club. And this scene is my favorite scene of the year so far. That entire scene was jaw-dropping, and how it was presented. Just go watch that scene. Just do it. It is incredible. And another aspect that elevates this movie even more is the tremendous cast ensemble that fires on all cylinders. If somehow Fruitvale Station, Creed, or Black Panther didn't prove it enough, that director Ryan Coogler and star Michael B. Jordan are a dynamic duo of an actor-director combo, this film will prove it even more, and they should continue making movies forever. And I hope they're the next great actor-director collaborations, like Martin Scorsese with either Robert De Niro or Leonardo DiCaprio, or Johnny Depp and Tim Burton, or Christopher Nolan and Cillian Murphy. And this right here is one of Michael B. Jordan's best performances, if not his best. And watching this movie, I'm surprised Michael B. Jordan hasn't been nominated for an Oscar yet. I felt like he deserved recognition for performances that were overlooked, such as Fruitvale Station, Creed, and I don't care what anyone says, I felt like he deserved a Best Supporting Actor nomination for Black Panther, because this role phenomenally showcases his talents and versatility as an actor. This is not an easy role to pull off, but he does it with flying colors. Jordan does a fantastic job at convincingly playing these twins with their different struggles and personalities, while being commanding, charismatic, badass, and magnetic. Whether in the intense action scenes or the emotional scenes or when he's charismatic, he knocks it out of the park on all of those scenes. And let me tell you, there is a scene towards the end of the movie with Michael B. Jordan that's incredibly awesome. One of the film's biggest highlights, just like that long take scene, watch the movie for that scene. Because I just wanted to clap at that moment. I'm like, yeah. But it's not just Jordan who gives a great performance. Haley Steinfeld is excellent as an old flame of one of the twins who is struggling with grief herself. Delroy Lindo is both a hilarious and delightful presence whenever he's on screen, and he just has some of the funniest lines in the movie that just made me laugh out loud. And Jack O'Connell maniacally relishes this villain role phenomenally. Every time he is on screen, he is just so commanding and menacing to watch. I loved his performance. But who I thought was the biggest standout of the supporting cast was Miles Caton as Sammy. And I can't believe when I saw the movie, this is his debut role. He is a revelation. He is the beating heart of the movie. Who is this aspiring blues musician who wants to play his music, but his father opposes that and prefers him to do preaching? And it's a character you care about from the start and you're with him. This was an excellent role to show his talents in a debut role. And I hope he gets more roles in the future. I want to see him in more movies. For both his acting and singing, he killed it. Ludwig Göransson is again showing why he's one of the best composers working today because the music in this film is amazing. From a terrific blend of Western music and blues, the score in Black Panther was great and delivers another great score for Ryan Coogler again. And the soundtrack of this movie is fantastic. And two that come to mind, one, I Lied to You, that entire scene and song, again, mesmerizing. And I hope that's nominated for Best Original Song. And you know what? That song should be the front runner. I would change my mind whatever original song is in Wicked for Good, but this is so far my pick for that category. And if we could get Ryan Gosling to sing I'm Just Ken at the Oscars in a spectacular performance, I hope we do the same here. And there is an Irish folk song in this movie that is honestly a banger and one of the best villain songs I have heard in a long time. But what I loved about Sinners was it's not just another run-of-the-mill vampire movie. It actually has great focus on its characters and themes. That elevates it even more rather than just being a standard vampire survive the night movie. I was fascinated with its themes of racism, freedom, the power of music, and also identity of who you really are as a person. Past struggles and past dramas with different characters and what they're struggling with. I like how it's a little more thought-provoking with its characters that kept making me think about the themes after I seen the movie and wanted to give it a second chance. As for any issues of this movie, I do only have one, and that is the pacing can be a little slow in the first half of this movie. It does take its time being deliberate and purposeful, showing the setting, the town, different characters, and their purpose at the club. It does take its while to introduce all of that. I felt like it could have been paced better, maybe a little bit trimmed. And within the first half of this movie, you do have to be patient in order for things to go down. And I was still interested in what things were going on. It was just a little slow at first. To sum up, Sinners is a knockout foray into the horror genre from Ryan Coogler. Elevated by terrific direction from Ryan Coogler, great music from Ludwig Göransson, a gripping story, and a stellar cast ensemble. I definitely recommend this movie to you if you're yearning for an original vampire movie to go see. Do go see Sinners. And if you love the previous work of both director Ryan Coogler and you love Michael B. Jordan as an actor, highly recommended. However, if you're maybe a little uncomfortable with gore and not really a horror fan, I wouldn't really recommend this movie to you that much. I'm planning on seeing this movie again this week. I can't wait. Back-to-back weeks with this and Warfare, two great movies in April. I felt like the first few months of 2025 were a little slow, but with April, I feel like things are starting to pick up. So I feel great that I'm seeing great movies in 2025. Just, yes! This is what I need for the first half of the year. And now to grade it, I'm going to give Sinners 4.5 stars out of 5. An A. Alright, two great movies in April and May is almost here. What could give its competition? Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning maybe? Raka Raka has a new horror movie with Bring Her Back that looks haunting, so oh yeah, we're getting some good stuff in May. And I'm also over the moon that this movie grossed an impressive $48 million on its opening weekend. Believe that's one of the highest openings for an original horror movie since 2019's Us. I definitely felt like the great word of mouth was a contributing factor and the star power of Michael B. Jordan. And I hope it continues to make more money and reach more than $100 million domestically because we need more great original horror movies like this that are worth watching. And now here's my ranking of Ryan Coogler's 5 directed films. Number 5 is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Number 4, Fruitvale Station. Number 3, Black Panther. Number 2, Sinners. And number 1 is Creed. So that right there is my ranking of all Ryan Coogler directed films. And what is your ranking in the comments below? So I would like to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of Sinners if you've seen it? Do you agree, disagree with my review? Or if you haven't seen it, are you interested in seeing the film or not? Let me know down below. Did you enjoy hearing my thoughts on this movie? Want to see more reviews like this in the future? If yes, please hit that like and subscribe button if you're new here, and don't forget that notification bell for my next upload in the future. It really means a lot. My social media links will be in the description down below. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you'd like to see my written reviews, I do have a letterbox, so if you'd like to follow me on there as well. And until the next video, I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.